Hey, have you finished yet? Wait, are you still listening? Good. Have you already studied English today? Well, I'm not gonna delay this anymore. Let's get the ball rolling.
Welcome to another Happy English podcast coming to you from New York City. And here's your English teacher, Michael.
All right, thank you, John, and thanks, everyone. It's Michael here from Happy English, and I help people speak English better. And this is Happy English Podcast, episode 931, Questions and Negatives with Still, Yet, Already, and Anymore. Hey, thanks for joining me today. If you've ever wondered what's the difference between have you eaten yet and are you still eating? Or if you're not sure when to use anymore, this episode is for you. These four words, still, yet, already, and anymore, seem simple, but when it comes to questions and negative sentences, things can get a little tricky. So, today we'll take a deep dive into how they work with plenty of real, everyday examples. Let's start with the word still. Now, we use still when something continues longer than we expected. It's often used in both positive and question sentences. Here's how it works. Let's say it's 11:30 at night and Jack is working at his desk. You could say, "Are you still working?" Yeah, you're surprised he's working at that hour, so you use still. Or maybe you plan to go to the movies together, but your friend is waiting for someone to finish getting ready. She could say, "He's still in the shower. We're going to be late." So, still shows us that the action is continuing, and often we feel a little surprised or even frustrated by it. You can also use still in negative sentences like, "I still haven't finished my homework." That means it's not finished and it's taking longer than expected. Or, "He still hasn't called me back. Maybe he's avoiding me." So again, we can use still to show our surprise or even frustration that something continues longer than we had expected or hoped. Next, let's look at yet. We usually use yet in questions and negative sentences, especially with the present perfect tense. Yet is used when we expect something to happen, but it hasn't happened, at least not so far. A lot of times when we use yet, like still, it can show a nuance of frustration or even disappointment. Let's say you're waiting for your food delivery to arrive. You could ask, "Hasn't the pizza come yet?" And you could reply to that with, "No, it hasn't come yet." Notice how yet goes at the end of the sentence. That's what usually happens. And keep in mind that in American English, it's perfectly acceptable to use yet with the simple past tense. Like, "It isn't winter yet, but it's so cold outside." Or, "Didn't you make a decision yet?" Yeah, your grammar teacher might not like those last two examples, but hey, that's how we talk in the real world. Now, how about already? This one is used when something has happened and maybe it happened earlier than expected. Let's say you walk into the office in the morning and you see your coworker typing away on the keyboard. You can ask, "Hey, did you already start working?" Maybe you're so surprised because it's early. Or, "Wow, you're already done with lunch?" Again, this means the action happened sooner than we thought. And by the way, those are some other examples of using this vocabulary with the simple present and past tense. Yeah, that's conversational American English. Of course, the grammar books teach you to use already with the present perfect, like, she's already gone home, or I have already seen that movie. And just be careful about one thing. We usually don't use already in negative sentences. Instead of, I haven't already seen it, we say, I haven't seen it yet. Got it? So, still means something is continuing. Already means something happened. And yet means something hasn't happened, but we think it should. Last up for today is anymore. Anymore is only used in negative sentences, at least in American English. Anymore has the meaning of it's over, finally. Let's say you used to go to some fancy gym every day, but not now. You can say, I don't go to that gym anymore, or she doesn't work here anymore, or now that I quit my job, I don't have to deal with that stupid boss anymore. The nuance is like, thank goodness that nightmare is over. We can also use anymore with the future tense to talk about something that's totally over. Like, after that horrible experience, I'm not going back to that restaurant anymore. Or if you're angry with someone, you can say, I'm not talking to her anymore. So the nuance is the situation wasn't good, so I won't do that again. That's how we use anymore. Okay, let's do a quick recap before we wrap up. Still means something is continuing and we're a bit surprised. Are you still working? Yet means something hasn't happened, but we expect it and we're a little frustrated. Hasn't Jack arrived yet? Already means something happened and we're a bit surprised. You're already finished with your homework? And anymore means something used to happen, but it doesn't happen now because I'm done with it. Yeah, I don't smoke anymore. So how about you? Try making a few sentences using this vocabulary with the nuances we talked about. Coming up with your own original sentences is a great way to remember vocabulary. And if you're looking for a fun, friendly place to practice this kind of English, then come join my Podcast Learners Study Group. We meet every week to practice all the lessons from these podcasts. Just check the link where you're listening or visit myhappyenglish.com and choose podcast episode 931 for more info. Hey, thanks for listening. And remember, learning another language is not easy, but it's not impossible. And I'm here to help you on your journey.
This podcast was brought to you by Happy English. Please visit myhappyenglish.com. Show your support for Happy English by leaving us a review. Get English, get happy, Happy English.